And we're back one last time. I know you can't get enough of us. Coach Simone Kelly here, Michael Racklin, and Kathy Rodriguez. Move in, Kathy.
Here we are.
All right, I know it's kind of tight up in here.
You look like there's something, right?
So we want to talk a little bit about starting a business and why it's important not to do it alone. That's one of I think the challenges why a lot of people don't get started because they're overwhelmed. Right?
Yeah. I think so.
So what actually happened with you? What are the emotions that you went through, and what?
I was scared to start alone, and I was just like, okay, where do I start? What do I do? So I realized I needed a coach.
Okay, and you're going to be a health coach.
And I'm going to be a health coach.
Every coach needs a coach.
There you go. There you go. There you go. That's why I have you.
Oh, look at that. So we're a family here. All right. So tell us, I guess, once you got started, I know you gave her some homework, right? That's what you're working through right now.
Well, actually, yeah. And we actually sat and had a conversation, and the conversation really was, oh, wow, what do you want to do? Who do you want to work with? You know, and started to have just the sort of general outline of kind of the target of the business, and then I gave her home. First I talked to her, then I gave her homework.
It gave me a lot of aha moments. I was like, oh, yeah,
I didn't think about that.
I didn't think about that. Oh, okay. But it really helped clear up all the things that I had in my head because they're all over the place, and now I'm like, okay, I'm narrowing it down.
Right.
So through the homework.
Right. I love that. And I think what's really key too that you can even take away from working with her is when you coach people, even though they're talking about health, you can kind of eliminate a lot of the back and forth. One of the things I love is to have like a getting to know you forum where you question and ask them a lot of things so that you're not back and forth on the phone. You already know right away the first session, you can bang it out and get a lot accomplished. So, so now, are you still nervous?
I'm doing a lot better now. I have those questions. A lot better.
And this is her first interview. Give her a hand, everybody.
She's a long way to go. There you go. There you go.
So now, what's the next step?
Well, and one of the things that we talked about with Kathy, and one of the things that I talk about with everybody, I think, I can't think of an exception to this, is wherever you're at in the stage of your business, start small and concrete. So, you know, sometimes you think to yourself, well, this is a whole big idea that I have, and I want to like do all these amazing things, and you don't know where to start because it's just too big. So pick a small thing and go there. I want to work with, I'm making up things, but I want to work with, you know, kids under 5. Well, go find a half a dozen 5-year-olds to play with for a while and learn from that.
Don't let get arrested.
Yeah, well, that.
I'm sorry, you know I'm crazy.
So, but anyway, so my point being, start small, do something that's specifically related to what you want to be doing, and then you'll learn from it and keep going, you know, into more and more.
So,
whatever.
You example of, you know, if you don't have any clients that you haven't advertised, you haven't networked, so you use your friends, right?
Exactly.
So tell us how you're going to do that.
Right.
Well, definitely, I have some really great friends that are volunteering. They will be my first clients, so I will walk them through the journey. And I'm meeting with them and setting them up and getting it, which was the most important advice, is get started. Right. So, because I was waiting to have everything in place and be perfect. And one of the best aha moments is like, get started. So I'm going to do that with some of my friends.
And you can work out the kinks with them.
Exactly.
What's not working.
And they're your friends, so they'll tell you what isn't working and whatever. And the other piece of that we talked about that you know always, Miss Simone, is... There I am. Is... you want to have referrals. You want to have satisfied clients. You want to have clients who can give a testimonial for you. So if you work with one person and that person comes back to you in a couple of weeks and says, wow, thanks, that really helped a lot, boom, there you are, you're down.
That's when you say, can I get that in writing? Can I get that on Facebook?
Do you want to do Facebook?
Yeah, can I get that? Please, my clients, no, I don't hesitate. I'm like, oh, thanks so much. Can I get that in writing? And then send me a testimonial. I'm going to make a note of that.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, I mean that, you know, sort of take it slow or take it small, do bite-sized whatever chunks of work, and, you know, build your success as you go along.
And how big of a, I guess, like how far into the future do you have them planned? So even if she's going to start small, should she say, okay, phase 2 will be in 6 months to a year where I'll be doing X, Y, and Z? Like, do you have them look at the big picture? right away, or is it too overwhelming?
It sort of depends on where somebody is in their sort of journey and kind of where they're coming from. So maybe, yes. I mean, I think it's a good idea to say, where do you want to be a year from now or 5 years from now?
And they might not know, some of them. They might be clueless.
And sometimes asking that question is kind of paralyzes people more. So it doesn't matter in a way.
Right.
But I think it's good if somebody kind of has a vision of how they would like to see themselves, right? So I'd like to see myself with 100 clients that I see once a week, whatever your story could be. But having said all that, I am a little sensitive to the question of, is that too overwhelming a question to answer? And if it is, don't worry about it. Just do something now and see how you like it.
Do you have any clients? Because I know you right now are working for yourself full time, right?
Yes.
Okay, but some people I know have full-time jobs. Do you have anybody, or have you worked with people like that are making the transition?
I have, yeah. Currently, I think all my people are doing their new business, but yeah. And again, it's that same thing. Get some momentum on your side job or your second gig, so that you can start to see where it could go.
Yeah, don't just get one client and say, "I'm quitting. The hell with all y'all." Don't do that.
Then yes, you want to make a business plan before you quit your job. It'd be good to have a little bit of a financial plan.
Have some clients coming in.
Right.
I always tell people to pretend as if the paycheck you get every Thursday doesn't exist. Right. And that way it'll really put some fire under your butt, because the problem is a lot of people are with their side hustle for 15 years because they are comfortable. You know what I mean? And the sad reality is you should never be comfortable, because corporate America will yank that job from you whenever they feel like it at the end of the day. So, do I sound bitter? No.
No. Oh
my God, at the end of the day. No, they really, it's all a numbers game at the end of the day. So if you don't have your own cushion, then guess what? Yeah.
Right. But, I think to know if you like being an entrepreneur, to know if you feel solid being a business person, you got to put the time in, and you got to start to build up your business, your client base, and,
Give us a few do's and don'ts for startups, since that's your specialties. Just give us a couple, maybe. And maybe you want to ask her any questions? This is your name.
My new best friend. My old best friend is my new best friend. So I'll give you a couple quick do's and don'ts while you think of a question. So
come in more to the camera.
Right.
Move your chair, scoot in.
How do we say this? Don't try to do everything at once. And I know I sort of said this, but I could say it a lot more times. You are a visionary. You have your idea of your business or your organization that you're trying to start up, and you probably have a vision of everything it can include, and you can't do all that at once. And so that's part of what becomes very overwhelming. So, find a way to start doing some of the stuff that you think is critical, most important, the stuff that you feel best about doing, and then you can grow it from there. What's another good do and don't? Don't get all tied up in this analysis paralysis.
Right?
Spend all your time planning and planning and planning and planning, and you never do a thing.
Right.
I know an example of a young startup, and the founder is extremely creative. It's having a hard time just doing a few small things because the ideas just keep flowing and getting bigger and bigger and more complicated, but you can't get started if you don't start somewhere.
I'd like to add to that, based on the name of this video is Don't Do It Alone, not just having a coach, but having a team, whether it's interns, whether it's volunteers. Everybody thinks a team means you have to have, set $50,000 salaries to pay people. It can be people that are just helping you, but they're assigned specific duties. Not just, with anything. They need to know their job. But once you work out the kinks, for your perfect example, once you start working out the kinks, you'll know, okay, I need somebody to help me do confirmation calls. I need somebody to help me with my social media. I need an intern that can send out my email blast. But when you learn what the key things are, then you can train somebody. Don't be afraid to train people. People hate that. Like, I don't feel like I don't have time. I do it the best. But what if you're in the bed with the sniffles? Then what? Your business just freaking dies?
Delegation is very difficult for startup people. I think for entrepreneurs, learning how to delegate.
We got a lot of comments there. Hi, Janet. Janet says, so true. I got laid off. Oh, shoot, you got laid off a month ago, and I'm done with the corporate. Woo-hoo. You know what, Janet?
Do you have your plan B?
Sometimes, exactly. If you have a plan, it's even better. But sometimes, most of the times, a layoff is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
So you get unemployment and it's
You want to be funny.
See, extra bonus, right?
Well, yeah, as long as you get your new thing up and running before you run out of your severance.
Exactly. But any last questions before we wrap up, guys? If you want to post it now. Now's your chance. Michael actually has a great special offer to coach you your first time, not forever, but the first session is $89, and you can actually call her today and set up some time and tell them how it works real quick.
Call me, find me. You can call me on the phone, 954-636-4366. You can find my website. It's mdrmanagementconsulting.com, or you can find me on Facebook. MDR Consults is the name of my page. Or ask Simone, she'll find me.
And Janet, if you have a question, now's your chance. If not, call her for a session. Hi, Dr. Melina, aka Addie. That's my acupuncturist, Susan. Ooh, you guys, okay, so look at this. Perfect synergy here.
There you go.
So we have a soon-to-be health coach. We have an acupuncturist. And
I love acupuncture.
She's amazing. She's in Oakland Park, and she's been my acupuncturist for like over 8 years.
Oh, wow.
And amazing. She's a good friend of mine as well. But she would be a good referral service for you. Yeah. So that's why I said, when you connect people, you never know who knows who, and how can you help each other. So I mean, or you can even, you never know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Volunteer, get started, Yeah. And hi, April. Okay. Anything else? Look, we have 7 viewers. Look at that. You guys are famous. There you go. Nielsen ratings are just like through the roof. So, anything else you want to add?
No, don't be afraid.
Yeah. Oh, like, give them a hand, because these girls need to be chicken. They did a whole interview. I'm so proud of them. And again, I want to thank you for sharing your ideas, sharing your gift, and congratulations on your new business.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Looking forward to seeing it unveiled.
So we love working with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Power players in the house. All right. So we're going to be doing more power players. If you're interested in becoming a power player, I'm going to plug myself now.
Plug yourself.
What about that? All right. If you're interested in becoming a power player, just go to ownyourpower.biz. You can call me at 877-545-7352. We just opened up a new level that's actually even more affordable. We have 2 levels, $75 a month and $250 a month. So $250 a month, you get videos like this. $75 a month, you just get social media. But
what, do you get mean faces or what?
No, you don't get any video.
Oh, okay.
You don't get any interviews, but you get social media promotion. But that's, again, that's one of the things, but you also get connections. So people don't realize that that's one of my specialties. That's my thing I do, connect people. So I'm going to go above and beyond if you're a power player, Because I always joke around. I'm like, I should charge for this. Why is everybody calling me for connections? It's money, lawyers, money, doctor. I'm like, and I got people jobs just from Facebook. So I said, let me make that a service. Talking about passion
and how you know what your customers want.
Hello.
Right.
Yeah. Having more aha moments.
See? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And it's been a pleasure as usual. And please watch. Oh, look. What's this? Power Play Explain.
Oh, explain the Power Play.
Oh, thank you. Another commercial. All right, so basically what it is it's a program you sign up for 3 months, and what we do is we promote you to our reach, which is on social media, email marketing, and it's over 200,000 people in our network. That's actually a modest number. On your Power Radio as well, and YouTube. I'll put the link here so you can find out more about it, Garrick, and that's pretty much how it works. So it's a lot of different little perks you get, but one of the other perks, like I said, is connecting you with people that you need to like get the word out. But it's really helping people that are like behind the shadows, like this one over here, and promoting them and putting them in the forefront to our audience and interviewing them and showcasing them on my blog. It's like a massive commercial in a sense, but also sharing what you do with other people, right? And this is a perfect example. These two, they knew each other already, but she didn't know what she did until she became a power player. So it's a perfect example of how you need to really promote yourself and not be afraid to share your gifts with people. All right, guys. Adios.
Thanks.